Family love. Yeah, that's adorable. I wish.
So, do we need to go talk to the fish people and figure out where their boss is, or do you think they're in the next area?
If we already killed
Actually,
the boss
maybe,
lady
yeah.
in here, knowing that's the boss lady is not going to help us out too much. So our only course of action would probably be to get out of here by going through that portal.
Okay. And that would end my movement right there.
All right, let's check with. Looks like Dawn is up next with the elemental. If I can navigate this, there we go.
And the elemental passed it on to Stodge.
All right, and Staj has already taken movement, only has action remaining.
Stash will just stay there too.
Sting is gonna perch up over here in the square that nobody wants to get. And start off another round of action for Rochelle.
Okie dokes. Are we attacking the weird thingies in the water?
The crab's down at the bottom.
I that looks like a snake to me, but okay. That does not look like a crab. Okay, now it looks like a crab. That's how we're gonna track the brain damage this season. If I ever say this does not look like a crab when it's blown up like this, then we need to start worrying. So what are we doing? Where are we going? What's the plan? Do we have a plan?
As far as I know, I think we're leaving the room going south.
Okay.
My plan is and has always been to hit shit.
Say that's like my favorite part of the game. Actually, no, I won't go that far. I will just kind of go behind Grix because I don't want to create a squeeze situation for anyone. I don't want to like jump the gun and just go for it, but I will ready an action just in case.
The air elemental you can stand in the same space as. It doesn't squeeze. It's just air.
No, but what I'm saying is my other option would be like right here, right next to Grix, and it would create a squeeze. It would create a squeeze situation for anyone who wanted to go beyond me and Grix. So I'll just go behind Grix.
You don't want a Red Rover
action
for the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the air elemental's tricky. Like, you can start your turn or end your turn in it, but as soon as it starts its turn and it starts its whirlwind, you just go taking off like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Buddy would go flying.
Oh, for sure. Well, I think he's always frickin' smoking to numb the pain. Buddy, what you thinking? You're moving up?
Yep, already moved up and sharing the spot with the air elemental, getting ready to go through that portal.
All right. Bobby, what you thinking?
Is it a squeeze to move through the dog and Grillix?
No, you could diagonal through
I'm-
here without a squeeze.
I'm also small, so I don't really count.
That's true. Yeah, we should really do it like this.
Is the portal open?
Not yet. The guy with the key goes last.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we.
Alright, I'm gonna stand in front of Buddy behind Nyx and in my turn.
All right. Okay. Up next, Johnny D.
All right. I am going to stay right here until I know if that key works, because if not, I'm going in for the hag's body to check for a key.
All right. How about for Grixalat?
Yeah, just kind of waiting for the door to open. So I'm just gonna chill out for this round.
Need the keymaster. Let me double check. I forget where this goes.
I think we only have pools of blood left.
Okay, I see. That is that. Yep. Nyx, over to your turn. You're still here. Not really anymore.
Yeah,
else you can
I'm
go.
still here. You can leave me here. And Stash.
Nyx, or I'm sorry, Fury, planning on checking this key. Everybody's looking
Yep.
back at you rather expectantly, but at the same time, you're invisible, so nobody knows where you are. Or a few people know where you are anyway.
Can I activate it from here?
You do need to get right up next to it. But it is no action to do so.
Okay, there we go.
Alright. This key will open one part of this portal. This portal actually, you can kind of tell by its triangular nature, it actually leads to a branching corridor. This direction apparently leads to the augmentation chambers. You do not have access to that area. This area, however, is, or are, the pools of blood. So let me, oh dear. Well,
I have half the key.
that's going to be problematic. Alright, I gotta draw new dynamic lighting, otherwise it's just gonna reveal everything here, so. Uno momento. Do that, and that. There we go. Okay, remove the original. Boom! There we go. Hey look, skeleton! Hey look, a lot of skeletons. The skeletons are all facing away from your group. And if you had to guess, they are in some kind of sentry mode at this point. They appear to be placed in a way to prevent other people from reaching the passage that you guys are approaching from. Fury, you still have whatever is remaining of your turn. Of course, there is a very clear, dark, smoky portal, which if you have the correct key for this area, this will also allow you to just exit the Doom Vault entirely and go back outside. More skeletons, and a large cluster of frightened-looking, helpless individuals who are on their knees, hands bound, eyes are also bound. There is something here around the corner that seems to move in response to Fury's approach. Maybe it heard something, but it also does not appear to be a skeleton. But you're not able to get enough of a glimpse of it from where you're at. And then, of course, further down the chamber, as far as you're able to see, the reason this place is called the Pools of Blood, there are a number of Sahagin on this central altar, it looks like, in the center of the pool. They have got one of those bound captives seemingly prepared for a ritualistic sacrifice. And it is no sooner that, let's see, where are you? What happened to you? Thought you were here. Oh, there you are. This one in particular, you can't tell really any difference from the token. They're all the same exact token, but one of them is wearing different articles of clothing and trinkets upon herself that would indicate she perhaps holds a higher, holier position among the Sahagin people. She has got boss written all over her. We are going to throw a little pentagram there just to identify her token from the others. Fury, you still have whatever is remaining of your turn. Yeah, that's a long ways away.
I'm 5 feet short. I have to edit there because I have no more movement, and like I said, I don't have 125 feet radius. Or
All right. How about for Senor Elemental?
All right, Senor Elemental is going to fly. Whoosh. Oh. Whoosh.
Oh yeah, this area
And
is spacious.
yeah, and we'll 2-strike on that one.
Oh dear. Yeah, you are able to make out what this thing is around the corner too. Not a typical skeleton, but I think we fought a few of these back in the very first chamber that we entered into. They were not terribly difficult for us to defeat, but they are a bit of a different encounter. Let's see. Skeletor. What do you have here? Damage, vulnerabilities, bludgeoning, crunch. We have 13 hit points to begin with, so you are just walloping this skeleton into oblivion.
Well, the other one just hit air
Oh, you didn't
because
have enough
it's not a
space?
natural one.
Oh, nat one, that's right, I see. I was like, what, you don't have enough movement? Well, okay. Nyx and, well, Szass can take his whole turn right now because he hasn't done anything, so Nyx can go with him, but her turn has already passed.
I'm gonna go for the one like right across from me, like north.
This
weird
dude
looking
here.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do 2 hits of Sacred Fire.
Okay. That 23 is definitely good. The this guy's wearing some plate armor though, so the 11 is going to fall pretty short. Let's see if Radiant has any effect though.
Okay.
Oh, no resistance, no vulnerability, no immunity. So we just take 19 Radiant, which is more than half of its total HP.
Okay, I'll just end my turn there.
Okay. The Little stinger is gonna float in, take position right over here, observe the field, and I think we're gonna double move all the way out to here, just to make absolutely sure nobody ever messes with us. So we are fine. There's no orange zombies in here, so we're just gonna chill and send it to Rochelle for the top of another round.
Well, doesn't that room just look like a bunch of fun? Let's go here. And I will bonus action dash to get here, and I will take a swing on this guy right here.
No, my
Swing.
leader.
I don't think you swing with a lance, to be honest, but whatever.
Not really. Oh, I forgot to roll their initiative at the top of the round. Not that this guy's ever going to have a chance of going before you. That will certainly hit, and that was the one guy I didn't need to roll initiative for because he be dead. How about skeletons? Maybe they'll get to actually take a turn.
But that will be the end of my turn, and I will pass it to our good friend, Buddy.
Nice. Put the pipe down. It's your turn.
Like, wow, man. All right. We're gonna come like around the corner and stuff.
Wake up! Wake up!
And I'm going to flame bolt that one.
Oh, I missed your ping. Oh, closest one. All right. Wow. All right. That one smolders and burns up and collapses down in a pile of bones.
Okay, and then my wildfire spirit is going to shoot a flame seed.
Okay.
Oh shit, I hit the wrong one, but we could adjust.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Forgot to get initiative for you. That's fantastic. What is your... Okay. Passive perception is good enough. There's definitely some kind of commotion happening over here in response to the intrusion over here.
So hits for 7 points of fire damage.
Okay, and that's this one here?
Yep, that's that one there.
Rip. All right, well, we survived an attack. There is a god.
And that will end our turn.
All right, the skeletons are going to about face, and oh, look, people over here. We weren't expecting that. We were just here to keep the commoners from rallying and escaping in response to being sacrificed one at a time. Okay, I guess fighting is on the menu for today. They will all draw short bows and launch into your party. We're going to need to create new characters after this because you will all most assuredly be destroyed. This attack is on Katie. Ooh, a 22 to hit for 5 piercing. We're going to take a second shot on Buddy with a second skeleton. Wow, another 22. Goodness gracious. You only have a +4 to attack. 18 hits, Buddy. All right.
Yep, hits my armor class exactly.
Let's take a shot.
I will uncanny dodge with half my thing.
Gotcha. We're going to take a shot at Nyx on the back of Staj. That 14 will sail right past her and actually come very close to clipping the Invisible Fury standing behind her. And then impossibly ricocheting against the portal and sticking right in Bob's kneecap. He will need to retire after taking an arrow to the knee.
My brother will
Oh,
never
the
forgive
arrow
me.
knee.
I used to be an
I didn't
adventurer.
realize we were playing Skyrim.
Yes, we're always playing Skyrim. Must have been the wind. Okay, I've got 2 more Skeletors, and I think Staj will draw an attack with a natural 1. And then it's really just a matter of which of the 4 of you are going to get the second attack. It is Staj again. Okay, well. And that is also a miss. The skeletons have served their purpose. It is now Bob's turn. You hear combat.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move up.
Forget your regen.
Yes, regen. And then I will throw my axe at the skeleton on the far, or on the bottom.
This one on the far side? Or the
No,
closer one?
closer.
Okay. A 14 will actually hit, and that is more than enough damage to eradicate that skeleton.
Now the first one you highlighted.
Okay. Ditto.
And then the one just above him.
Okay. I'm going to try to take cover behind the commoners. No, that didn't work out so well. We got destroyed on the way. It's not every day you see a skeleton run away from you, but this one tried to.
And that'll end my turn.
We don't have enough intellect for self-preservation, but run! Okay, Dread Warrior no longer exists, so that brings it to Dalinar.
He's so far away.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I'm just going to move and dash, I reckon, because 60 feet of movement gets me here. Still can't really see what's going on. I'll just move another 50 feet and make a target of myself and end my turn.
All right. It's Grixalot up next, just around the corner.
Yeah. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. And then 5. Do anything. Yeah, I'll just move there and end my turn.
Well, Nyx, that brings it back to you. You can still move with Staj if you wish, but he'll take his actions on his turn.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's almost dead with my bow first.
All right.
Hopefully it'll hit. We'll see.
Oh my goodness. Well, with a plus 13 to hit, my armor class is a 13, so you need a natural 1 to miss. That skeleton's dead.
And then I'm gonna shoot the other one that's still standing.
Yes, you will, and finish off the last of the skeletons.
Woo!
Yeah. The commoners are, like, kind of moving about and stirring in response to everything that's going on, but because they can't really see anything, they're trying to remain still just in case this is part of the ultimate sacrifice, and if you move too much, you're just going to be killed here instead of getting to live the extra minute on your way to the pool. Because that extra minute's important, of course, in this situation. Anything else with your turn?
Turn there.
That's Fury, back to you. You can still see the Sahagin all the way on the other side are in a frenzy. Especially now that their entire defensive cordon has been removed.
Use my cannon to shoot that guy that's on top.
Oh, God. Yes, and also, that guy is just a spatter of red mist before you think you see something corporeal fall into the water, but you don't think there was much mass of this guy left after that shot.
And then for the second one, I'm going to be shooting with disadvantage for that guy on the southern edge.
Is it a disadvantage because out of range?
It is the secondary range, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. A 15 will still hit. Armor class is 12. We will survive that 12 piercing, however.
And that should be it for me.
If anybody speaks Aquan, you can hear one of the Sahagin shout, "That guy's got a gun!"
Comprehend languages is still up.
Oh, yep. Air Elemental, back to your turn.
All right. Let's see. We are going to fly over to here. And we're going to whirlwind with those two guys inside.
Oh, God. I will remind you, one of them is the boss.
No, isn't it the chick up here that's not inside the whirlwind?
The one with the pentagram. No, that's the one who's about to be sacrificed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This one here, there's no difference between the tokens, so I just threw a little icon on there to
there we go.
differentiate.
With those two.
Technically, you're not in my space here. I think the only way you can get two of them is to get the boss in there. Or if you do, yeah, if you don't, like, necessarily hug the edge of the space.
Right. Okay,
That's
so
always
he's going to try for those two.
okay. Wow! With a +1 to a strength save, they both make the save. Is it half damage, no flung? So we will each take 6. That's a lot for the guy who already got hit. Ouch! I only had 10 left. Stop hitting me.
Yep, and that'll be the end of the turn.
All right, Staj is next.
I'm gonna move forward with Staj.
I believe he already moved on your turn, but he can take actions on his.
Oh right. Can he hit one of the
Anywhere between 70 and 90 feet, it looks like.
He can hit from that far?
Depends on
Let
the
me
attack.
check. Kyrin range is 120 feet with the Sacred Fire. You are well within range.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the one at 75 feet. Or no, the one that's almost dead first. With Sacred Fire.
Very cool. Oh my god, I only had 4 hit points left. Have mercy. Splat.
And then I'm gonna go for the other one that has damage already taken to it.
Alrighty. Oh my gosh, 22 is my hit points at maximum, and I only had 16 left. Oh, that one is destroyed.
Nice.
And no joke, a hunter shark surfaces and begins devouring the Sahagin that you have just so kindly provided for its meal.
Cool. I'll end my turn there then.
All right. Sting is up next, who has really nothing to contribute. The Sahagin go next. There's actually another half dozen of them under the water here, but seeing what's just happened, they are in no real hurry to surface here and engage in this combat. So, let's see how we play this. Okay. What are we carrying? We have got spears and more spears. She is going to mumble to the other surviving Sahagin next to her, and both of them will drop their weapons and back away from the sacrifice and raise their hands as non-threateningly as they are able. That will bring it to Rochelle's turn.
Groovy. Okay. So we're gonna move. And I think, well, bonus action dash, kind of get up here in front of people I'm assuming we're protecting.
Correct.
I'm assuming we give a shit.
I mean, I don't want to assume for you, but I did place them here in those hopes.
Okie dokie. I don't have any ranged anything, so I can't really do an attack, but I will ready an attack in case someone finds their way over here.
All right.
But then I'll leave it to Buddy to do something super dope, hopefully.
Smoke some dope.
Okay, we accept your surrender.
Whether they
Of course.
understand or hear you or not is
Yeah.
difficult to tell at this distance. Oh, you're no longer concentrating on a polymorph, right? Wasn't that what we had the concentration eye on you for?
Correct.
Yeah, get rid of that. Oh.
I hold my hands in a non-threatening manner as I approach that area. Anybody know how to speak Aquan?
Or Sahagin.
That'll end my turn.
No more Skeletors, so we are back to just PC and limited NPC interaction here. Bob's up next. Keep plugging away at that regen start of every turn. It will add up quick. Just not as quickly as we've gotten used to in some narrative scenes, but that's always an option too. Even though we're still rolling in initiative through a narrative scene, we can always just say, we're going to pause for 3 minutes and get all our regen and take care of any restoration or healing that we need to do. That's still an option. This is just for more organizational ease. I don't know if Bob is muted again. I'm not hearing nothing, but I will remind you that the Sahagin have surrendered, if that matters.
As a back half of my other turn, since this current turn hasn't started yet, I'm going to wait for the human on the edge to come on over.
Oh, she is likewise bound, gagged, and really unable to interact until she is freed. She definitely doesn't want to go for a swim in this state.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Bob, what you thinking? It is a 10-foot drop from the ledge here into the pool itself, just for a heads up. You can kind of see the terrain elevation difference along this ridge line here.
Yeah, I've seen what I wanted to do, and I moved, and now I'm gonna dash action move and go down the bottom.
Oh, you gonna get in the water? Oh, that bottom.
Yeah, you said you just said it was a 10-foot?
Correct, yeah, 10-foot dive into the water.
So I assume that means it's 10 foot down this cliff.
That is also correct, yes.
So I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. You can roll athletics to try to mitigate the damage, or you can perhaps a bit more embarrassingly sit down and slide down without taking any damage. 17 is good enough to avoid any damage. You land like a champ.
Sweet. And I'll end my turn because I have no more movement.
You guys all hear bone breaking. Oh God, that broke my ankle. God. Dalinar, your turn.
All right, we're going to run up this way. That's 35. I could technically make it. Could I run up to here and then jump across onto this platform? Probably another check of some kind.
What is your strength score?
Strength score is 18.
I think you can make that jump. 5e doesn't actually have you roll. It just kind of presets, but sometimes you roll for it because if you're off by like a foot.
It's a 15-foot jump.
Yeah.
Should be able to make it with an 18, but if you wanted to have me make a check, that's okay too.
Yeah, you're good.
And then we will bonus action Misty Step. Right up here onto the
all right.
the sacrificial area, I guess.
Roll an acrobatics check upon touching down. Do you want to keep that 12?
I'll put a force point on it.
All right. Okay. 17 is good enough. This area is very slimy and grody and slippery. So, walking around up here may be a bit of a challenge if you do not have a swim speed and are naturally acclimated to such environs. But you do land and at least manage to not at least like eat shit upon touching down up here, which would have happened with the 12. Thud! Ow!
Yeah, I'm just making eye contact with the boss one and waiting for Fury to be able to talk.
All right. Yeah, she is looking at you with a lot of fear and concern. They definitely seem aware that their fate is in your hands. And perhaps a little irony, she realizes the direct nature of how significantly the tables have turned in this situation. We were about to do to these people what you might be about to do to us. Grix, over to your turn.
Okay. Just gonna start moving here. 20, 25, 30, 35. That's 40. Yeah, turns. Yeah, he'll just move to the edge there. I don't think he wants to jump off just yet. Yeah, that'll be it. Move.
Okie dokie. Nix, how about for your turn?
Well, I'm gonna move forward real quick. And then I'm gonna hit the one that's under Dalinar.
Okay. I will remind you they have surrendered.
Oh wait. I was just trying to be mean, my bad.
If that matters.
I was trying to be mean. Are we trying? Is the shark still hostile?
It might be, but it's eating the dead Sahagin right now. Perhaps it will leave you alone if you leave it alone?
I don't know about stepping in the water. Wait. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just move a little bit more forward, I guess.
All right. You can always go northwards along the platform here or descend down this section here like Bob did. Of course, you might crash into him in so doing.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll crash into Bob.
Oh, nice.
I got you.
Nice. Da-da-da.
I'll end my turn right
I don't
here.
know if you caught this or remember this either, but the Chiron has a flight speed too. So if you want to kind of like be floating around the room on the back of this flying unicorn, that is entirely possible. It's got a 120-foot flight speed. You may be the fastest character in the group on the back of this thing, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I'll hold off until I'm ready.
That's totally fine.
I just wanted to bump into Bob for funsies,
Nice.
you know.
Oh, ow! Invisible Fury, your turn. Looks like we are needed up on the front line for for translation duties.
Because it's always fun to have a disembodied voice in a room. I'm going to start complaining. God dang, where the hell am I supposed to go? I'm going to keep killing people until I get where I'm supposed to go. Where's this relic? It's supposed to be stored.
Buddy hears that right next to him. As does Grix. Well, at this point, we can reset the turn order as we are in more of a dialogue and narrative moment here, and not so much exploration. We don't have to take exchanges of dialogue in 6-second increments like that. That would be extremely tedious. So, assuming we eventually get our translator, I guess at least to this point, to where he and Dalinar can kind of communicate a little more closely, whether we need to fly him over there or he tries to make the leap and not get eaten by this shark right there.
The air elemental is going to go pick up the victim over here and fly her across back to the other people.
Fantastic. She is happy to be rescued. At least she's assuming that's happening. She is still technically bound and all that, but the fact that she's not dead and being moved somewhere else is a great relief to the previous circumstances.
And the whirlwind is recharged.
Nice. Okay, so once we get negotiations underway, does the air elemental, is it able to bring Fury over here so we can facilitate this conversation?
Yeah, he can carry him too.
Nice. Yeah, let's get Fury.
Do you want to bring me to the middle?
That works too. If you want to be right up close and personal, I will just add that it is very slippery over there, and you don't want to maybe eat shit while you're trying to look cool while you have the upper hand here. It might hurt your negotiating position.
So the air elemental picks you up, strength of 14, and brings you over here.
So the Sahagin priestess will kneel down in acquiescence. You have destroyed many of my people. I must ask, what can I do to be of service to you most powerful beings?
We are tired of getting turned around in here. Where do I need to deliver this relic to?
Maybe this time be more direct and ask about a different one, a different relic.
Wow, did you see that die 20 spin around like that? That was pretty cool. She does not seem to know anything about delivering artifacts to any location. She does ask, is it a phylactery? There is a hidden location within the Doom Vault that the Archlich Zastam has stored many of these priceless artifacts within. I don't think he is known to keep anything else within it. However, it is a reserved and unhallowed place.
That sounds closer to where we're supposed to go, but where's that? Completely lost.
I've not seen it myself. My understanding of the Doom Vault and its different masters, and with that in mind, she retrieves a smoky black key and sets it in the gunk and slime before her, kind of towards Dalinar, but she doesn't dare try to touch him. And there are, I believe, she actually knows this, so let me get the accurate information. Okay, we have the Abyssal Prisons, which we've already been to. There are the Blood Pens, which we've never even heard of. There are the Temples of Extraction. Likewise, we have no idea what that is. The Golem Laboratories, which we've been partly into already. There are the Predator Pools, current location. The Ooze Grottos. I think we've heard of that one, but we've not been to it yet. There are the Forests of Slaughter. Goodness, how big is this place? The Far Realm Cysts is another location. And none of them to be outdone by the final location, the Master's Domain. So that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different locations. I thought 9 was the number, but I wanted to double check. The Doom Vault contains 9 different locales, each with their own corresponding keys and masters. To access the centralmost, or as I understand, it may not physically be located in the center, probably doesn't matter. You must have obtained all 9 keys, and there is some interaction that must be done with this key and those specific shadowy portals that she points to across her chamber here. I've only been able to use that to exit the Doom Vault, but as I understand it, it has a secondary function that, with all 9 keys, one can activate them in a different function to access the chamber where the phylacteries are stored.
So do you need all 9 keys, or do you need the permissions from all 9?
You need all 9 keys. If you are familiar with the nature of the keys, one key that has been specifically keyed to all 9 locations will function.
Okay, and where all does yours connect to?
Mine will connect back to... well, she doesn't know where you guys have been, so back is a subjective term. It will connect to the Abyssal Prisons, as well as the Golem Laboratories. I do not have permissions to enter the Ooze Grottos. And the Augmentation Chambers are one of the smaller sectors of the Ooze Grottos, just to specify that more. Now, just to not trip us up too much here, because I know that is a daunting bit of information, there was no chance in hell that your party was going to navigate all 9 sectors of the Doom Vault in only 6 sessions. The most optimal run, if this party was like Tuesday night and everybody had the Epic subscription and annual subs, and we were like beefed out to the max and we could handle every challenge and then some, not to disparage our current party, but even with that in tow, there's no way to navigate all 9 sectors of this in 6 sessions. So that is not the expectation. That is not your path here in this respect. So in-game, knowing what your characters know and that you have been directed to this location, and all of our teams are supposed to have a reasonable chance at finding their objective, I'm encouraging you in-game to lean more towards there's got to be another way, as opposed to this is hopeless, so there's no chance of us doing this, because I did not set you up to fail on this quest, I guarantee you. Is there anything else I may be of service to you kind folks?
Okay, so even though they cannot see me, I'm going to still step forward and lift that key in front of them.
She gasps in awe.
And I will try transferring its permissions just in case I didn't have like specific doors in these areas.
Okay. It does accept the transfer as normally. Your key has become more powerful. You must construct additional pylons. Oh, the laboratories, if that is your next destination. I presume you came from the prison, based on your approach. The laboratories are down this passageway. I recommend staying away from this one. The Baron, Sahagin Baron, is currently at slumber within that chamber and will not take kindly to intrusion. He will not be able to assist you in any better way than I can, I assure you. Can try insights on that if you so wish. Otherwise, take her word for it. Don't take her word for it. But she remains kneeling and at your service for whatever it is that you may need.
Can I force point that? Actually, let me flash of genius at first.
Okay.
So that is a plus 6. So 19.
You're pretty sure she's telling the truth. She definitely has a respect and fear of whoever this Sahagin Baron is, but at the same time, she does seem to be speaking truthfully about her abilities to be able to assist you in this respect, as opposed to his.
So to the Golem Laboratories again through a different door, or
Yeah, maybe we can come around the back way where we got shut out before.
Let's do it. Let's move.
Well,
Let's rock!
Agreed.
before we go, does she have any idea about not a phylactery, but a piece of crystal that might have been like the broken piece of a rod?
Assume we're translating this across.
mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Okay. She gets a contemplative look in her features as she kneels even further, placing her face in the muck before requesting to dip into the water for a brief moment. She promises she will return. I'm not hearing any protests, so we're going to try.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry, I had a little in-house distraction.
And you know I got to work it into every session. And she was never seen again. And it's pretty much always a joke. But she does return a moment later with a handful of broken, raw, semi-precious gems that you're initially like, oh, and you're no, there's no way, none, any of these are what we're looking for. And as she takes them in her hand and spits upon them and actually rubs them in the gunk here on the floor, you realize that she's probably about to cast something. If you want to stop her or inquire or roll an arcana check just passively to see what it is that she's doing, all of those are, of course, optional on the table for you.
Fury probably has a better chance at Arcana than I do.
Yep.
He could also do a nature check. This is druidic magic. He is a bit further away.
Can I use inspo?
You
All
can
right,
burn your inspo.
I'll give it a druidish shot.
That's funny. She doesn't look druish. All right. Arcana and nature converge. Both of you are a bit far away to collaborate on your notes at this point, but later on you will be able to confer that you are in agreement. She is casting some kind of clairvoyance or premonition ritual. Looks like she's trying to tap into your character's specific futures, and you get the impression she's hoping to use this to aid your path going forward.
Buddy holds a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just
All right.
watching closely, not interrupting.
All right, her eyes roll back within her head as she says simply in a distant, haunting voice that is not hers, "You will find what you seek where the three rings form, a triangle. Though one of the rings be not clear to your senses. You will find what you seek where the three rings form a triangle. Though one of the rings be not clear to your senses." And then she concludes her ritual and she kind of shakes free and, "I'm sorry, I did my best. I had hoped to be able to find a more definitive path for you, but it seems I was unable to commune with the spirits."
By any chance, is there a typed up version of that?
Oh, I could make that happen. Oh, that doesn't help at all. What in the world? Aw. How about that? Nope, that still doesn't help. There you go.
Okay, so are we gonna move forward and?
Let's have each of your characters roll an investigation check, as well as a survival check if you are trained in it. Otherwise, don't mess with that.
Rex, are you staring at the shark?
Zero. Usually by now I'll be on my fifth wheel this morning. Just how many I have? Zero.
He's not a smart cookie.
Well, I can tell you with those investigation rolls, supplemented by some of our group's more natural ability to navigate even strange terrain like these and still kind of keep a north-south directional capacity, you are all positive, putting your heads together here, that you have not found any area in either of the half-dozen pools that you've traveled through or the abyssal prisons before that that had 3 or even 2 rings or anything representing that, whether they're actual physical rings that you need to find, or maybe it's like some kind of decoration on a wall, or who knows what the situation is in that. But none of you have seen anything that resembles a ring.
Guess that means we have to travel to the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been traveling through the very well known up until now.
Well, also, it also means that we don't have to try to look for the phylactery itself. We just have to look for where the rod part is. We don't have to try to find all 9 pieces.
Good. This is the kind of thing that just tickles my ball.
Well, you may proceed to the next area when you're ready. We don't have to do all movement necessarily in turn order exploration mode, although a lot of that when we are in more important areas, we will certainly do so. If you all want to assemble near the gate here, I will get you moved in to the next area.
How many rounds would you say have passed?
I would say we've been in dialogue here for like 5 minutes, so any of you with regeneration would probably be back up at full by this point.
Sick.
Yeah. Alright. I think we are all set here. Yep. Alright, let me get your tokens.
Would my elemental still be here? Because it has a lasting time of an hour.
1 hour. Remind me when you brought that guy in? Approximate?
It's been quite a while ago. I mean,
Somewhere back around the dragon turtle.
yeah,
Oh.
somewhere in that area.
I mean, the dragon turtle is still in this region of the Doom Vault. Since then, we went into that room. That's where we ended the session. There were a massive zombies, and I mean that was just last Monday that we started the session in that area because that's where Nyx and Fury were both killed. So we had to finish up that zombie combat, revive them, proceed further where we met those two trolls who didn't really have much information to offer. They didn't really fight us, so we proceeded further into the room with the two marrows. Actually, there were 4 of them. They were not very long lasting. And then we went into the Golem laboratories briefly last session. Or was that the session before?
No, it was last session.
Was it last session? So yeah, we went into there and we fought, looks like some Thayan Knights, a ghoul, some skeletons, and some flesh golems, and then we found our way blocked at the 2 bright portals because the key we had wouldn't allow us further passage. So then we turned around, came back into here. I'm kind of thinking you've maybe had that thing up for about 25 minutes total at this point in game.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, you still got about half of it left. Just over.
And our key works for the Golem Labs now, right?
It does. It will allow full access to the Golem Labs. If you guys don't want to go in through this entrance and go back to where you were, that's entirely possible too.
No, let's go through here.
We're already here. Might as well. All right. Well, let me.
And time is also not our friend.
It is not. Change that to that. Okay. Yeah, this is where it's going to get a little crazy. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. Okay, I'll take that one. Do the old delete. Oh, that doesn't help me at all because whatever. Stupid lack of foresight, whoever built this map. I'm not disparaging myself, I do that plenty, but I didn't build this map. I just adapted it to our needs. Okay, I think we are ready. Oh shoot, I lied. I need one final adjustment here. And oh, that's going to give some of you an advantage. Not really. That's right, I populated this map, but I forgot to change the old school doors to the new school doors. Okay, and then... Alright, let's bring you on over. Back to the Golem laboratories, this time entering from the southwest side of the facility. Hey, look at that! Monsters that just appeared for no freaking reason whatsoever. They're actually friends. Don't mind them. They're friendlies. Okay.
Alright, let's move.
This is where we will bring the turn order back in, because we will need a more specific setup in that respect. Let's get that. Alright, the turn order is going to look blank to all of you because it's attached to your tokens that were on the previous map. Never mind that technically these are the same exact tokens. It does not show you your turn order, so you'll just have to trust me in that respect. As far as who goes next, do not roll a new initiative. That's not what I was getting at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your turn order is still what it was. You'll just have to trust me as far as what it is. I don't know. Yeah, the air elemental is technically on an 8, so you got 1 less this time around. No biggie. And Grix looks like, yep, also a 1 point difference, so no biggie there. Alright, so Bob has stepped up just a skosh here. There is some strange formation here in this chamber to your northwest, where there's a large cylinder in the center of the room that if you were floating a good few feet above it, you would see a giant black star on top of it. Of course, the fact that the map is a bird's eye means we all see that, but in-game you would only see that if you were floating above it. And there are 6 very strange stone formations set throughout the chamber. Going back to our previous initiative, though, Rochelle has the top at 31, so we will have her go ahead and take that turn. She is actually over here, buried beneath the air elementals. So let's move that to the back. And while you're each taking your turn here, I will go ahead and input the new initiative values copied over from the old ones so that you guys can all see it. And that also somebody can copy it over for next week's session and season finale. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay, folks. So I will kind of move along the wall over here. Okay, through. And we said northwest, correct?
Correct. There are also doors to the southeast, but to the northwest here is where that cylinder and those stone formations can be seen.
Do we desire the stone formations? Are they going to kill us? I will bonus action dash. So move some more. And I will are these like on the ground and like i.e. something I can try to hide behind?
They are. They're pretty large, too. They're about
Okay,
8 feet
beautiful.
high.
Beautiful. I will use more of my movement to go there. And wait, can I use an action to hide?
If you so wish. Most
Okay,
classes
cool.
have to use an action, but you can use a bonus action for it because that's your
Well,
lucky ability.
okay, yeah. All right. And then I will just kind of hide myself behind this rock pile here. Give myself some cover for the inevitability of when someone comes to rock our shit.
All right. Let me jump back over to where you guys are at. Buddy, it is your turn. 24.2 for your initiative.
Alrighty then. Moving.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough.
Okay. Oh, Dalinar, next up in the turn order on a 14. 22.
Rick and I am following along, coming into this room. Just want to move here to where I can see down the other 2 hallways.
Yep, there's
And I will end my turn.
another glowing portal there to your west, and a descending staircase with a T intersection at the bottom. And then... Oh yeah, why did Bob's turn order get messed up like that. You're on a 19. So yeah,
I
let's,
thought it was a 21.
I got a 19.2 here, unless you re-rolled earlier and changed it, but it's the
No,
same
I
position
haven't.
in the turn order.
No, I haven't rolled this game.
Ah, yeah, that would be the same one we've been using for sessions now then. But go ahead with your turn.
I will just move up. And in my turn.
Okay. Who is next? It's looks like it's Grix on 14.14.
Okay. Yeah, just gonna move up. 25. 40. Just gonna 10. 30. Yeah, that's as far as we'll go. We'll wait for the rest of the group.
I do believe we've got Nyx and then Fury after that, both on 13s, but slightly different. Let's send that to the back. Get Nyx set up here. Well, what are we thinking for Fury's turn? Looks like he's up next.
The star cylinder that I can't see the star on it. What do the sides look like?
It looks like a metallic, something metallic, but it's got an interesting color to it that's kind of almost like a dark blue, but it depends on how the light hits it. Some kind of strange metal.
This is the Golem Laboratories, correct? Is what you called it?
Correct.
Can I Arcana this thing? Because it is a weird color.
You can. You kind of feel like this is a prison of some sort. It's almost a rather cruel flesh to stone, except this person is completely encased within this cylinder of stone, and presumably the metal itself is a rare one that is a derivative of transparisteel. Typically as hard as steel, but as transparent as glass. This particular derivative is the same general nature, but it is coated to a particular magnetic opposing piece of transparisteel that when pressed up against it, it will activate the opaque or transparent nature of this cylinder. So apparently whoever put whoever in this thing only wants to be able to look at it when they want to. They don't want anybody walking through here just to be able to gaze upon who it is that they have ensnared within this.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to send us to the Air Elemental and then Sting.
Air Elemental's done.
Fantastic. I'm going to start getting things closed down here. Let's get the turn order in the usual location for next time around. Although I don't know that we need it because you don't share the game page with Tuesday anymore. They had a little character snafu and we ended up crafting an entirely new page. So same thing for Tuesday. They don't have to share initiative with you guys anymore. This might be a moot point now. We can probably just leave it.
It's already copied over just in case.
Very cool. Yeah, you never know. Well, gosh darn, friends. That is a wrap for session 35 here on Monday night. Coalescence Middle Trilogy, Act 6, 2026. I could ramble on forever, but I won't. It's probably already going to go long enough here. That leaves us one session remaining here, friends. We are officially at the 3-hour countdown to find this piece, or, I mean, technically we could stay here until the end of everything and keep trying to look for it, but at that point, we're now letting the other 5 parties face off against Vecna themselves while we're still wandering around in here, and hopefully no party chooses that path. It is an option that will be available to all of them, but again, I recommend not doing that. So, next session, next Monday, our season finale here. Pretty much this entire party been with us. Act 4, Act 5, and Act 6. I know John T. joined us a little later in the middle trilogy, but he was also a huge part of our prequel trilogy as well. So, long time friend here at Roleplaying Unlimited, as are all of you at this point. As at this point, pretty much everybody in the community has been here a year plus, which is just absolutely amazing. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, we return with Tuesday Crew as they continue their adventure in the Tomb of Horrors, the personal domain of Acererak, one of the most iconic dungeons in D&D lore. Same exact quest. Looking for their piece of the Rod of 7 Parts, and hopefully they are able to find it. We have not had a single table so far, 3 out of 5 this week, able to find it in session 35. Maybe Tuesday will be the one to do it. I know Johnny Dalinar will be with us for that adventure tomorrow. For the rest of you here, I may see you later on in the week. I know Don, I'll see you on Wednesday. Some of you I'll see on Sunday. Otherwise, next Monday, Katie as well will be here on Wednesday. But yeah, otherwise next Monday we will be back as a full party for our season finale here on Monday night. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Shout out to Legionary checking us out here 2 nights in a row, joining in the chat. Much appreciated. Good to have you here. Thank you so much, friend. We say it always, but we always say it because it's true. There's no RU without you. Have a good night, all.
See ya.
Night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
You are alone. Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett.